Okay, so now I'm getting the alert again, so I should be completely safe. Let's go ahead and approach the boundary one more time. Oh, God.
Halo 3 comes at us with some big promises in the dog tracking game. They're talking AI-powered precision GPS, an active GPS antenna to boost signal strength, and real-time location updates on your app. Halo's even claiming they've made the best GPS collar your dog could ever wear. So, what's the real deal? Let's find out. I have the Halo 3 and the Halo 2 Plus updated to the latest firmware. Halo says both of these bad boys are equipped with the new precision GPS tech. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna draw a virtual fence and check how accurate those boundaries really are. Then we'll cross those boundaries to see if we get 3 distinct levels of feedback. Then we'll take a walk through the woods and a tunnel to put this active GPS antenna to the test. Then we'll find out just how real-time these real-time location updates are. Then we'll test out Halo's bold claim that you can make a tiny 250 square foot fence with the Halo 3, which does not sound practical to me at all. And last but not least, we'll see if the Halo beacon can actually set up a no-go zone for your dog. Use my link in the description to get the best price on the Halo 3 collar. I'll throw any deals that come up down there too. Before diving into any tests, I had to get the collar set up and synced with the satellites. I took it for a little stroll and grabbed that satellite data. Setting up the Halo 3 is a breeze compared to my earlier experiences with the 2 Plus. I've already shot a full unboxing and setup video. You'll find the link to that video in the description below. Now that we're good to go, let's head out to the park and sketch out that fence.
All right, so now I'm gonna draw a fence starting at this tree here, which is visible on the map. And then I'll follow that road all the way down until I need to make a beeline to that other tree where there's a picnic table and some folks hanging out right now. And then I will, from that second tree, I will draw the line back to this tree here. We'll see how that goes. All right, so the collar is now in the right place. So we'll press that add GPS button. So we're on our way. All right, so now I'm approaching this tree here at the side of the road. That's where I will drop the next post. So here I am standing on the road, and the location on the phone is pretty spot on with that. So we'll drop that fence post there. Unfortunately, this tree that I was talking about is not marked on the GPS map here. However, this dirt road that leads along here, it is. So we'll use that as a marker instead. I'm gonna just drop a few posts here because there's a bit of a curve to the road. As you can see, it drew a straight line through that. Perhaps one more here. And then we now are approaching the tree where we started. So I'll just go ahead and tap on that initial post to complete the fence. Very good. So we'll save it. Pretty darn good with what we did. Not super precise because I'm dropping the posts manually here. I would like to see those come up automatically, but I would say it's a pretty good fence. Much more in line with my walk than I would see with the 2 Plus in my previous test, that's for sure.
Honestly, I'm eager for the day when Halo perfects this system. A reliable warning feedback, then a boundary feedback, and only then hitting you with that emergency feedback. But for now, the location accuracy is a solid step up at least.
All right, so to get another read on the active GPS antenna, I'm gonna take the Halo collars into this fairly densely wooded area over here. And once again, I have them, the Halo 3 and the Halo 2 Plus attached to my belt loops here so that we get a nice bob as I walk. Let's see how they perform in the tree canopy there. So we can see they're both tracking pretty nicely. I mean, and if you look up, that's pretty decent woods coverage. It almost seems like the Halo 3 might be tracking it most accurately. As you can see, the spread's getting more and more here, probably as the tree cover gets thicker. And while they do tend to, wander from each other a bit, I would say that all 3 of these are reliable enough to be getting the job done under this dense tree cover here. We can see this dotted line split here. That's pretty much where I am, I would guess, but I would say that the closest one is probably the Halo 3. And they've all stopped at least. So that's good to see as well.
I gotta say, after applying the updates, I'm not seeing a huge gap between the Halo 3 and the 2 Plus. Both are noticeably improved, especially the 2 Plus after the new Precision GPS update. But thanks to the additional active GPS, the 3 has perhaps a slight edge. Good news for 2 Plus users not itching to upgrade just yet. Anyway, since both Halos were as accurate as my phone's GPS, I thought I'd push them a little bit.
It's a tunnel here. I think it will be a great place to test out the active GPS antenna on the Halo 3. If you can see on my phone right now, the Halo 3 is spot on with my location. The Halo 2 is still catching up. but I do have them both strapped here onto my belt buckle. So let's just go ahead and start walking here. The Halo 2 Plus is still not really there, but it does seem like the Halo 3 is still right where my iPhone GPS is, so it's at least similar to that. Making sure my bike's still there. Honestly, if the Halo 3 could go through this tunnel, I'd be incredibly impressed because it's obviously thick enough to hold Interstate 95. So now my phone's saying I'm way on the other side. Halo 3 hasn't quite gotten there yet. Still not yet. Up there it is. So, okay. Maybe an underpass is a little too much for it, but that's a lot to ask of it. Obviously, my phone couldn't even do it.
Earlier, you saw how walking through the woods gave me real-time location updates, pretty much on par with my iPhone's GPS. But let's step out under an open sky and give it a more ideal playing field.
As you can see, the Halo 3 is pretty spot on. They're actually both moving pretty quickly, trying to keep up with them on my phone screen here. They're updating at pretty much the same frequency. They're tracking pretty well, I would say, with my phone's GPS location. So very good there.
Hi, I'm Michael Ehrman. I'm one of the founders of Halo. When you set up a Halo fence, the app will kind of walk you through the process. You can set it up on a very small area. It could be as small as about 250 square feet. The typical fence size for our customers is about 1/4 of an acre. So that's the most common fence size that we have.
I have some mixed feelings here. Halo's come a long way since I last tested it, but a 250 square foot fence? Let's see if that's doable.
All right, so I've set up here a 16 foot by 16 foot physical boundary, along which we'll test the fence. And just to show you that length right here is indeed 16 feet. And I've done that all around.
So I laid out a 16 foot by 16 foot square. That's 256 square feet. I tried walking the boundary to complete the fence twice, but no dice. It said my area was too small. I had to manually adjust the fence posts just to finish it, and then I ran the tests. Don't worry, I kept the line I tested untouched.
So let's boundary test this in the very small fence area. So there's the alert, and I haven't moved and it hasn't changed. There's the boundary. Now I can turn around. So that's good. Let's try it again. All right, here we go. Oh. Right to the static that time and boundary at the same time. So not ideal there, but I'm gonna back up. Okay, so now I'm getting the alert again, so I should be completely safe. Let's go ahead and approach the boundary one more time. Oh, God. Yep, got the static correction right there. I'm gonna take this off before anything else bad happens.
I wish I could say I was wrong, but the tech just doesn't seem to be there for such small spaces, unless you want your dog to be a statue. It's not a Halo problem, it's a GPS thing. By the way, has the static correction gotten milder, or am I just getting used to it? It's way less jarring now. Time to check out the Halo beacon. I've never really been into it, but let's see if the new updates change anything. Testing the second beacon, set to range level 5. I'm planting it next to a plate of raw pork, though beacon next to bacon would have had a nice ring to it. But I was all out of bacon. I gotta say, the beacon still isn't impressing me as a keep-away tool. Same old story. If you've had a different experience, let me know in the comments. Alright, we put the new Halo 3 and the upgraded Halo 2 Plus through the ringer. What's changed? Setting up a fence? Way easier and more accurate now, on both models. Could use some more fence posts and auto dropping, but we're getting there. Boundary alerts? I've seen worse, though still not perfect. Active GPS? Aces. Tracks like a pro even in covered spots. Real-time updates? Yep, they're legit. Tiny fences? Not so much. Halo's 250 square foot claim didn't check out in my tests. And as for the Halo beacon, I already added it to my wires and old cell phones drawer, where tech goes to die. So, here's the $700 question. Should you make the leap from the Halo 2 Plus to the Halo 3? If you're all about location tech, maybe hold off. The 2 Plus with the precision GPS update holds its own pretty well. It's not the 3, but it's leaps ahead of where the Halo 2 Plus was prior to these updates. I'll get into non-location reasons to consider the upgrade in another video, so hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Want the best deal on the Halo 3? Check the link in the description. Till our next test, keep those tails wagging.